Muy buenas a todos y bienvenidos a otro vídeo más de Tales Xillia. Y bien, ahora mismo, como veis, tenemos el objetivo de recorrer la carretera de Russell o de Rusalle. Y bueno, esa es la zona en la que estamos. Como veis, aquí tenemos el abismo de Tatalian, que es una zona secreta, así que no voy a ir de momento por ahí. Y tenemos ahí la brecha interdimensional, que es nuestro siguiente objetivo, perdón. Y bueno, antes de nada, debéis saber que todavía me quedan muchas misiones secundarias por hacer, me quedan bastantes, en serio, unas cuantas, creo que así a ojo, unos 15 misiones secundarias, sumando eventos y sobre todo los combates contra las bestias del diablo, que ya sabéis que son los jefes secretos del juego, y que después hay un jefe secreto que, bueno, tiene algo que ver con las bestias del diablo, pero que no voy a desvelar de momento. Así que bueno, antes del final ya he dicho que voy a hacer todas las misiones secundarias, pero el jefe secreto hay que hacerlo sí o sí después de pasarse el juego, así que ya veré si hago las bestias del diablo antes o después del final del juego. Pero bueno, de momento vamos a continuar hacia la brecha interdimensional, que es ese agujero que veis allí. Vamos a acercarnos.
He said he found us sprawled at the foot of the...
Let's look for a path down.
What's that?
We must have fallen from there to the bottom of the cliff.
Isn't the rift a little small?
My guess is it's about to collapse. Jumping back through would...
Count me out! It looks too dangerous! Let's head back to town and figure out another way.
Hey everyone! If you plan on returning to Rieze Maxia...
What? What makes you say that all of a sudden?
I know that we pulled off a successful spyrite tethering together, and we found out some great news. But I'm afraid the only way to stop Gaius at this point is to fight him. I don't want the way you feel now to get in the way of your true feelings.
I agree. If we can't be honest with ourselves about why we're fighting, then there's no point in fighting in the first...
In other words, you want us to make our own decision.
It'll be a difficult ride ahead. I guess...
Mind if I have some more time to think? At least...
Sure.
Don't let your current emotions get in the way. I'm almost acting human.
Mila?
Sorry, it's nothing.
Wait, isn't this...
Bueno, pues como habéis podido ver, parece que a Mila se le ha caído... creo que era el espíritu fósil ese que activa que activa el chisme ese que hace... Bueno, que le dio la capacidad de volver a andar. Y bueno, parece que ahora tiene sentimientos hacia cierto personaje que todos sabemos quién es, ¿verdad? Y bueno, aquí tenemos otro diálogo, ganando tiempo.
There's no way replacing everything Spyrix with Spyrites is gonna be... In terms of raw numbers, just think of how many Spyrites we'll need.
It's true. The spyrites need to be researched, created, distributed. It won't happen overnight.
There is much that needs to be done. But if we can't buy more time, the spirits will go extinct.
I will buy us time. Maxwell said it himself. If we remove the schism, the mana that it contains could sustain Olympius for a considerable amount of time.
And that's what you intend to do?
Yes, it is.
It's a long road ahead for all of...
But the more pressing problem is Gaius. If we can't stop him, it'll be too late for Olympius.
Yeah.
Y bueno, ya sabéis, aunque tenemos aquí la puerta interdimensional, no podemos acercarnos, bueno, no podemos entrar porque tenemos que, bueno, como veis, tenemos el objetivo de regresar a la casa de Balan. Así que bueno, hay que esperar de momento. Me esperaba que aquí hubiera, no sé, algún tesoro o cofre, pero parece que no hay nada. Y bueno, por lo demás no hay mucho más que decir, ya sabéis, ahora mismo serán un montón de escenas, diálogos, ya sabéis, lo de siempre. Y bueno, voy a ahorrarme el viajecito, así que vamos directamente a Triglet. Y bueno, aquí ya sabéis, hemos completado muchas misiones secundarias antes de, bueno, antes de ir a la fortaleza de esta. No me sale ahora mismo el nombre, pero bueno. Y bueno, vamos a completar ahora esas misiones secundarias que ya he dicho que hemos completado. Por ejemplo, una que era de unos bandidos que asaltaban el camino, unos chavales que, vamos, les dimos pal pelo en 0, y bueno, a ver, aquí comprobamos una de euro. En serio, me han dado una puñetera moneda. Una moneda. Venga ya. ¿Qué broma es eso? A ver. Es un poco difícil situarse cuando tienes tantas misiones por hacer, pero bueno. Ahora me haré un vistacito rápido a ver cuáles son. Y bueno, a ver, vamos a echar un vistazo. Me suena que estaba por aquí. Vale, no. Ah, bueno, ahí está, vale. Justo en medio, vale. Un equipamiento y encima nos han dado casi 12.000 monedas. Increíble, otro euro. Pero, ¿qué pasa? ¿La gente pierde calderilla o qué? Ay, Dios, vale. Bueno, vamos a seguir un poquito a ver.
Gotta find a way to push the Otherworld reactor plan forward.
Were you involved in the plan's creation?
And who might you all be?
Oh, we're from Rieze Maxia.
I'm a relative of Gilland Yulsevent. I was hoping you could educate this group about the Otherworld reactor plan.
You're with Gilland. Oh, I apologize for my rudeness. I work at the Department of Otherworld Affairs.
Figured it'd go smoother this way.
I presume your department deals with issues related to Rieze Maxia?
Correct. As you're no doubt aware, we Olympians have passed down legends of another world since antiquity.
Every kid knows the story of the spirit Maxwell and the utopia he created for his followers, Rieze Maxia. But from around the time I was born, scholars and politicians started taking that story serious.
Correct. That was because we detected an unusual distortion in space. Our research suggested that vast amounts of energy could be circulating beyond the distortion. That discovery led to the creation of the Department of Otherworld Affairs' predecessor, the Next Gen Energy Bureau. They developed equipment to widen the distortion and study what was on the other side. Things were going well at first.
Then the equipment went haywire, and a passenger ship near the experimental site, the ESS Zenithra.
The incident 20 years ago.
Everyone thought the experiment had failed, but it hadn't. Several years later, we received a transmission straight from Gilland. He told us that he and the Zenithra had been sucked into the Otherworld, and that he had since created a device that could punch a hole through the spatial distortion.
And that he found a solution to Olympias's energy problems to boot.
That's right. His plan was to use the energy circulating throughout the...
So what will happen to the people on that?
Are you with the anti-governmentalists? Right now, the opposition party is using the issue of Otherworld people's rights as a shield to try... Yet they have no alternative solution for... Olympias has long since passed the point where we can solve our...
So you supported the Otherworld reactor plan for...
You're damn right I did. And I continue to support it wholeheartedly.
Menudos tipejos, en serio. Ay, Dios.
Forget it, Mila. There's no point.
No, la verdad es que no merece la pena. No merece la
My
pena.
duty remains unchanged. Do everything I can to stop the plan from...
Mira que hay gente cabezota y que, vamos, se pasa por el... No sé, se pasa por donde les da la gana ahí las vidas ajenas, pero en serio, menudo descojono con alguno de estos, en serio. O sea, ¿te vas a cargar a un mundo entero? Bien. La gente tiene conciencia y tal. Bueno, vamos a echar un vistazo ahora ya sí en la casa de Balan. Balan.
What are you doing, Alvin?
Figured I'd stay away, since everyone's so sick of me.
Maybe because you're a big fat liar.
Yeah, that's just who I am, all right. And what about you, Elise? Wondering what to do?
Yeah, I just don't know what the right choice is.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. I don't know much about being a kid. Never really had a childhood.
So were you a member of Exodus ever since you were just a little boy?
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was okay to trick people. When things would go bad, I'd just disappear. I'd take the path of least resistance. I pretty much just did whatever didn't hurt me, that's all.
Then, does that mean you won't be going with Mila and Jude?
You know what? That kid forces me to wake up and smell reality. They're all just so mature, the way they hide their real feelings about me.
Oh, now I get it. You're lonely, aren't you, Alvin?
I've never been much for expressing my feelings, I suppose. But even if they do hate me, I have to stick it out. I'm not leaving this time.
So does that mean that you really want to be their friend again?
I've learned that building real trust with people takes a lot more work than you think.
Being a grown-up sounds like an awful lot of pain.
It seems like the older you get, the tougher it is to share your feelings with others. Anyway, no one will want to be friends with me until I can make the first move. It's hard, but it sure beats being alone.
I wonder what I'm supposed to do now. What do I have to do to become happy?
Well, it's different for everyone. You just have to find what works for you. I'm sure you know what you want by now.
I guess so. It hasn't been easy, but I've learned a lot traveling with everybody. I know that. I definitely don't want to stop, that's for sure. I want to keep on learning more, and I want to make some new friends.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Some help you are.
I told you, I'm the wrong guy to ask about this stuff. Sorry about that, kid. Huh?
That's a thank you. I just wanted you to know that from now on, I'm gonna be your friend, okay?
Joder, qué bonito. Ese Alvin ahí. Por fin. Con lo bien que me caes, tío.
How come the kids are the wisest people in this group?
Es lo que hay, chico. Es lo que hay. No te preocupes. Les sigues cayendo bien a todos.
trouble sleeping, young miss?
Yeah, I still haven't made up my mind. What about you?
I've reached a decision. I have decided to go with them.
I see. I wonder if I'm the only one who's still on the fence.
You're not alone.
Huh?
When Lord Klein passed away, I inherited the keys to the kingdom, along with many doubts.
But eventually you figured out what to do, right? I used to think that everything works out if you do your best, but I've been proven wrong every time.
Does Agria still haunt you?
I keep thinking there might have been something else I could have done for her.
I know that feeling well.
Oh, you mean with King Noctigal?
Am I that easy to read? Let me tell you, life does not become any simpler the older you get. But I must say, I am a bit surprised by you.
In what way?
I was under the impression that Jude was the one who occupied your every waking thought.
La verdad es que era
Come on
evidente.
now, don't be silly.
Oh, venga.
Is it obvious?
Sí,
Yes,
es
I'm
obvio de
afraid it
narices. Me temo que sí, claro.
You know, I once thought that if I became a nurse, that I might find happiness. After all, when Jude's happy, I'm happy. Simple enough, right? But now, I'm starting to get the feeling that Jude just might be better off without me. I mean, I don't want to get in his way again, you know?
Leah, would you like to know what my reasons are and why I've decided to go along with Jude and Mila?
Are you willing to tell me?
I would like to be there to walk with them in the future that they wish to create.
That sounds like you.
But that's not all.
Huh?
I plan to take the lead and pull the two of them along behind me. That is my true desire.
And I? What do I really want?
I think you already know your answer, miss.
What I really want is to see Jude's smiling face again. I suppose that's it. That's a good reason, isn't it?
Y que lo digas.
Hey. Don't you want to sit?
You've changed.
Not really. To be honest, I'm so scared I can't even sleep.
I told you before, if we can just dispel the schism, I'll handle everything from there. There's no reason for you to be afraid.
Mila! If the schism disappears, so will the temporal crossroads, right?
Yes. The destruction of the schism means the death of Maxwell. The temporal crossroads were born from Maxwell and that unique spirit climb, so they will vanish too.
Why? Why didn't I realize what's happened to you? I know. You never told me because you wanted me to find my own answer first. Isn't that right? Mila?
It was just easier for me that way.
Huh?
The entity known as Maxwell is essential for the spirits. So they will need a new Maxwell.
Then we won't be able to stay together anymore?
The sadness of parting is a human emotion. Such emotions no longer apply to me.
And there's no other way, is there?
Maxwell created me, so perhaps he could restore my human body. Jude, is that what you really want? Let's create a new future for all the spirits and people in the world. And let's create it together.
Together.
Gaius?
Gaius!
Just relax. I've come here to tell you something, and that's all.
Well? What then?
We are ready to commence our operation, to wipe out every Spyrix in Olympias.
So your attack from before was just to check whether spy rights were usable?
Exactly.
You came here to tell us that?
No. Listen. You have a dream for the future of the world that is vastly different from mine. So,
Take it easy.
this is a piece of Muse's power.
The power to slice through space? What of it?
Here, I give you a chance to return to Rieze Maxia quietly if you choose to.
You'd still offer us a chance to end things peacefully.
Gaius, you know full well that we can't walk the same path. Not anymore.
If you wish to make your dream a reality, then come and face me. I won't run, and I won't hide.
Wait. What about Muse?
She is very torn. She has incredible power, yet she knows not how to use it. In hindsight, I was cruel to force such a weak person to become strong so suddenly.
He wants to save her too, doesn't he?
Hey. I know I might just be fighting for selfish reasons now, but I know that I have to go face Gaius. I need to get a grip on these fragile feelings. Otherwise, I won't become the adult I want to be. So, Mila, if I ever stray from my path, promise me that you'll be there to remind me who I really am.
I will.
Hay que admitir que Gaius tiene un estilo cojonudo, la verdad. Y bueno, Jude se nos pone épico ahí, perfecto. Bueno, a ver qué han decidido nuestros compañeros ahora.
Sleep well?
Yes.
That might have been the best sleep I've had in my entire life. I was dead to the world.
I decided I'm coming with you. I won't bore you with my reasons, though.
De hecho, todos sabemos cuál es tu razón, Leia. Todos sabemos cuál es tu razón.
Thanks, Leia. Let's do our best.
Yep. I'm coming too. And me 3.
I shall accompany you as well.
Wouldn't do for the only Olympian here to sit this one out.
So you've made up your minds.
Then there's something we need to tell you.
Nifty knife.
Gaius brought this to us last night. He called it a piece of muse's.
Does that mean we could use it to tear open the breach?
Looks like it.
Gaius truly is inscrutable.
He's mocking us.
I don't think so. We might be fighting against one another, but he's a good guy.
Nice to see her actually talking to me.
Well...
Qué situación más tensa. En serio, es un poco tensa esa situación.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's a bummer there's nobody here to send off the hero.
That shouldn't be a problem.
We'll just have to accept that we're unsung heroes.
Who needs an adoring crowd? Let's have a pre-battle cheer.
If you insist.
Couldn't hurt.
Make sure to put some
Indeed.
Here goes nothing.
Esto me va a gustar, a ver.
Everyone, let's finish what we started.
Se nos pone épico, perfecto, joder. Bueno, lista de sucesos actualizadas, obtenido el cuchillo de Muset, dirígete a la brecha interdimensional. Y se nos pone épico, sí señor. Bueno, vamos a ver aquí cavilaciones sobre Muset.
Muse seems to have fallen completely under Gaius's control.
I'd say it's more that Muse has finally found someone she can rely on. She had been yearning for someone to guide her.
That girl has some big-time dependency issues.
La verdad es que sí, tiene un serio problema.
She's like my own dark shadow.
Es como mi propia
I
sombra.
wish we could have met under different circumstances.
Whatever the nature of their relationship, Muse's ability to manipulate dimensional space is now... That is no trivial.
Agreed. Even the great spirits are no match for a blade that can sever dimension.
That doesn't sound promising. Should we turn tail and run away?
Yes, let's do that. Do you really think I would say so?
No
Of course
way.
not.
Ni de coña.
You know me well.
Y tanto. La verdad es que era evidente eso. Y bueno, a ver, robar objetos. Tenemos un diálogo etc, ya sabéis.
Oh, yeah! Snag something good!
Is it really okay to steal like that?
Of course it is! We won that battle fair and square!
Yikes. So might makes right, huh?
Does that mean if we lose, the enemy might take something of ours?
Yep. If we were to lose, the enemies could have Tipo. What?
Eso está bien,
You
está muy
can't
bien.
take Tipo without my Well, let them have your hairband!
¿Qué sería de nosotros sin tipo, en serio?
Hey, that's off limits!
No se toca
I had to
tipo.
save up my allowance for weeks to buy this. It's my #1 favorite. But I'm everyone's #1 favorite!
Mira, eso no se puede discutir. Pero yo soy el favorito de siempre de todos, sin duda. Poker
Fine,
Face.
fine. If we lose, we'll just have to sacrifice...
Ahí el poker face de tipo y la cara de mala hostia de Alice.
Alvin's coat.
El abrigo de Alvin.
The hell you will. I love this thing.
Y un cuerno. Hostia, este diálogo está muy bien, Coño, está muy bien. Hostia. Muy buena. Y bueno, yo voy a dejar aquí el vídeo, así que ya en el siguiente cruzaremos a la brecha interdimensional y no voy a ir adelantando lo que haremos, ¿de acuerdo? Así que hasta la próxima. Adiós.